This is Movie Roundup. These are movies we didn't have time to do a full review of, so this is just a short recap. And our movie rating system is in the description in case you want to follow along. So, first up, I saw Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
Ah.
Wow. It was not a good time.
I want to go see that one, so let me hear what you think about it.
It seemed promising, like from the trailers, but everything just fell flat. The action fell flat. The editing was really weird. Like it felt over edited sometimes, and also I don't know. Wasn't a fan of the camera work. I'm very picky with my action movies, as you know.
Yes.
But yeah, and I saw Danny Glover in the credits, and I was like, Danny Glover, I didn't know you were in this movie. This is gonna be great. And then the whole time he's just Mr. Exposition Machine. Like that's his sole job, and it's like, man, that sucks. But you gotta get that paycheck, Danny Glover. Yeah, and I don't know, just everything just seemed off with this movie. It just felt so disjointed, and I don't know. It just felt like it didn't know where to go with it, kind of.
So it was like, was it all over the place?
It was kind of all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. So didn't really care for it that much, which made me sad because I was really looking forward to this because I was like, oh man, this is like brand new coffee. But no, coffee's way better. But,
you were raving about it like before it came out. You're like, I'm waiting for this movie.
But should have known better than to trust a January movie.
Well, I mean, you live and learn.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd say it's like a 4.5 out of 10 movie.
Okay, 4.5. Okay.
Yeah. Then I also saw Phantom Thread.
Oh.
And I still don't know how to feel about this movie, to be honest. Like it was a good movie for sure. I'm just mainly confused by the ending, like because I don't know how to react to it.
So the whole movie at the beginning, it made sense, and then the ending is the one that kind of throws you in for a loop, or
kind of like I think I understand what happened at the end, and I think I understand why the characters made the choices that they made. But like at first it really threw me off because I was like, oh whoa, I was not expecting that. But overall, I thought Daniel Day-Lewis did a good job. It kind of makes me sad that this is the movie that he's retiring. Well, like he's retiring acting from.
Yes.
Like this was the last one, and I mean it's a good note to end off on. But I feel like Lincoln actually would have been a better note to leave off on. Like he won that Oscar, he would have been like, I'm retiring, I'm out, bye bitches. but no, I feel like this was a good send off for him, and this actually felt very different from previous P.T. Anderson movies. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah. Anyway, I'd say like it's a good 8 out of 10 movie. Maybe 7.5.
I'm going to go see this movie. I mean, I saw the trailers and it's on my list and I need to go see it.
And of course the costumes were amazing, Sal. It is all the costumes were just like, that's beautiful and that's beautiful and that's beautiful.
That's what I'm going for. I really enjoy that. The outfits and the costumes in the movies, how they sell the time period. That's what I enjoy. And I mean, other than that, if I'm gonna go see it, is there something I need to pay attention to, like, or should I just go in just?
I feel like going into this, you should be understanding of Daniel Day-Lewis's character.
Okay.
Because, I mean, with a lot of creative types, like, they definitely have their system.
Yes.
And if you fuck with the program, then you fuck over everything. And in this movie, like, it even, like, comes down to breakfast. And, like, if breakfast is, like, they even say in the movie, like, if breakfast is wrong for Daniel Day-Lewis's character, then it can throw off the whole day for him, and it can take him a long time to recover. Which, I know to a lot of people, like, that's fucking crazy. But, however, I know people like that. And even I've been there a few times.
Yes.
So, like, to me, like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it's a little over the top, but it makes sense why he would have his own system.
So would you say that the female character is kind of a Yoko?
I wouldn't say she's a Yoko. I think she, Well, that kind of gets into spoiler territory.
Okay, I won't say anything else. Let's just
even though we are usually unabashed about spoilers.
Yes.
I feel like movie roundup is a little more.
But for me, because you don't want to spoil it for me, because I'm going to go see it.
Exactly. This is a movie to experience and then talk about it with your friends.
Sounds
and
good.
be like, what did we just watch?
Sounds good. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go watch it and then call you up, even if it's late in the night.
Yeah, 3 a.m. and be like, I saw Phantom Thread. It's 3 a.m, Sal.
Get up.
But what did you think? What did you think about that ending? Or actually, no. I'd be more sleepy. I'd be like, what did you think about that ending? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, it was great.
I agree.
Yeah. And I also saw Call Me by Your Name today, actually.
Oh really?
Or as we are recording this. It felt like, honestly, it felt like discount Moonlight in a way.
Okay.
Although that being said, the young actor, the young lead actor,
yes.
I don't remember his name. I think it's like Timothy something.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout that movie, he was oddly giving me like James Dean vibes.
Oh, because I saw the trailer. I've seen every time I go to the indie theater.
Mm.
I seen the trailer even before it came out in all the other theaters.
Mm.
That movie caught my attention.
Yeah.
So, and the one that caught my attention was the young actor.
Mm.
That's what kind of caught my attention, and I was like, this might be up my alley. Let me put it on my list.
Mm. No,
there's something with that guy. Then
I think I would just watch it mainly for him because of the way that he portrays the character, and like giving me those James Dean vibes. Because throughout the movie, I just kept thinking, like, man, this is like if James Dean like made this movie today. And I was like, oh, that's cool that I can like connect these two together. I like this kid.
No, yeah. Once you see somebody, like for me, I saw the trailer and I'm like, that guy caught my attention. I'm like, it's a movie that even if you give it a bad grade, I'm still gonna go watch it. And then, So, what grade did you give it?
I would say I would give it like a 7. 7. Yeah, that's 7.
Okay.
Yeah, like overall as a whole, like I thought it was a good movie. Or like it was okay, but it was good.
Okay, so what was not like okay with the pace or?
I think it was, well, for one, like the whole movie just has a bunch of intellectuals in it, so it kind of felt like the writer was just like, or actually no, it's based off a book, so. But no, like it felt like the writer was just like, oh, it's just like, here's my intellect. It's like, okay, I get it, buddy.
Yeah, okay. It's one of those.
Yeah. But however, after that, then you kind of get into, like the meat of what this movie really is about. And that actually happens at like the halfway point too.
Okay.
Because like it actually does take like an hour into the movie where like for me, like that's when I finally got invested. That was actually when the romance really started like to happen between these two characters. That's when I was like, oh, it's like, all right, the ball's rolling on this now.
Okay.
But with the ending though, I feel like it kind of beat you over the head with the message that I was trying to give out, and that's why I was like, I don't like that. You could have just been more subtle with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I know this is like more nitpicky, but yeah.
He was beating the dead horse with his,
And actually, I guess there's a sequel planned.
Really?
Yeah, because in the book, the two characters meet each other like 15 years later, and then they meet for a third time like 5 years later after that.
So would it be interesting if they wait or they cast?
Oh no, they're just gonna, like, I guess they're planning on doing it for like 2020, but we'll see about that.
I want to see if this movie actually goes to the older actors and they just flash back to back in the day and they include the young actor.
Maybe.
Let's see what it takes. I'm gonna go see it and then we'll wait for the other one.
I would be curious about a sequel though, because I would want to see like, oh, it's been a few years later. How are these characters going to interact with each other? Yeah. Especially like with the way the movie ends. And also, bit of trivia that I found out earlier today from it. The whole movie was shot just using one 35mm lens.
Wow.
Which is like, wow, good for you.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's just like, just one lens? Holy shit. And it's like, all right, I appreciate that.
once you hear little tidbits like that, it makes the movie even a little more special.
Yeah, and then like I scrubbed through the movie. Like as soon as I heard that, I was like, "This is all one lens. Oh my god!" Yeah, but I mean, no, I mean like that's why. Well, I guess that's why Roger Deakins likes using a 32 a lot because I don't know. I guess there's just something about a 35 that is just really inviting.
Yeah.
And finally, for my movie roundup, I saw Paddington 2.
I saw that movie too.
All right, so what did you think about it, Sal?
I really enjoyed this movie.
I did too.
Enjoyed it.
Did you see the first one?
I saw the first one.
Okay.
Yes.
And did you like the first one?
I liked the first one, but I like Paddington 2 a little more.
You like Paddington 2 more?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I took my niece to go see it because she also saw part one. Mm-hmm. And this movie is like, it's just cheerful. I mean, even if you have a bad day, you watch the movie, it kind of like makes you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yeah, this is really nice. You know?
Now, I have to ask, did you cry at the end of Paddington 2?
No.
Because I almost cried.
I got to the point, but I think I got less emotional. I got more emotional during Coco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you still haven't seen it. You have to go see
I
it.
suck.
That's for another episode. But yeah, and we didn't cover Coco in our movie roundup. But next time, when you see it, we're gonna cover it, and you give your grade then, and I'll give my grade. The ending was touching, heartwarming.
Yeah.
It's not. I didn't cry because I got emotional. I just got like happy in a sense.
Exactly. Because like. Well, yeah, we're not gonna spoil it, but you know, when that moment happens, like my heart just like was just like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, this is so pure, and I was like, do not break down in this theater.
My niece, she's like, she recognized the whole heart touching scene, and then she's like, I would see myself doing this with one of her relatives,
exactly,
and stuff like that. So
no, that's exactly.
Yeah, it's basically a family oriented movie, and you appreciate family with this movie, and friends, mostly friends, because that's what it revolves around, the community. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the whole pop-up book.
Oh, that whole
sequence. It was so great.
And you know, that's what I really appreciate about this movie, like as a sequel. Like it followed a lot of the beats as the first movie, but it was also different enough where it stood on its own. And I just love both, honestly. I think I love the first one a little bit more because I'm more familiar with it, yes. I think. But honestly, I haven't seen a good family movie like these two movies in quite some time, in my opinion. Just how good and just good movies these are.
My only critique was the after credit. I could have done without that.
Oh yeah,
without the musical sequence. And Hugh Grant, I mean, I enjoyed his acting.
You know, he said that was like his favorite film that he's ever done so far.
Well, yeah,
which totally makes sense if you watch it, because it just seems like he's having the fucking best time ever.
Yes, and also in part one was what's her name? She plays a bad guy, and I think
Nicole Kidman.
Yes, I think she also enjoyed herself, but I never heard an interview when she claimed that it was.
I heard that she did that movie because she wanted to be in a kids movie for her kids.
Yes.
And then when they find out that she's trying to like kill and stuff this bear, they were just like, oh, this is like, no, that's scary.
No, but I mean, it's they're both enjoyable. They both have the center focus of family.
And I think they're both too funny for their own.
Yes, and then the only thing I really didn't enjoy about Paddington 2 was, like I said, the after credit. Because, I mean, I was talking to my niece, and I'm like, but he's the bad guy. Why would he go, to jail? Okay, spoilers, right? He goes to jail, and they accept him, and they're doing a musical number. Like, but he did a bad thing. He should be...
They all did bad things.
That's what I'm saying. Hugh Grant, he's in jail, but he's doing a musical number. No, he's a bad guy. He should be locked in and basically said, hey, you're in here and it's not fun.
Sal, this movie's about a talking bear.
And also, that's my other point. Paddington broke out of jail, and for them not to at least say community service, That's kind of like, I'm like, yeah, I know he's a talking bear, but talking bears broke out of jail. He should be punished.
Talking bear or not, the law is the law.
Then he can't get off. No, we had this conversation, me and my niece. Okay, I'm a grown man and she's a little girl, and we're having this conversation about a bear that talks, and I'm saying this bear should have been in jail. And I caught myself and say, hey, you're talking about a bear who talks, like a Yogi Bear, But yeah, we enjoyed it. She enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's just such a delightful movie, to be honest. They both are, and like honestly, like Paddington is like a 10 out of 10 movie for me. Like I will watch that any day of the week. It's so much fun, and like with Paddington 2, I'd say it's like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it an 8.5.
Okay.
8.5, yes. So I went to go see a while back The Greatest Showman.
Yay! How was that, Sal?
I went and I saw it. Yes, it's about the main character, but okay, how can I put this? Hugh Jackman, he's the circus ringleader and everything, but he's not really the ringleader. He's not the focus of the movie. I think the focus got taken away by Zac Efron. Mm-hmm. He's a secondary character, and it's the love story between him and Zendaya.
Oh, is that what it's really about?
That's how I see it.
Okay.
I see that it's basically about them, like, back in the day, like it's an interracial relationship, and at the same time, it's a status thing.
Because this is 2018, people.
And then Zac Efron is from, like, the rich family, and then she's from a poor family, or she's actually not even from a poor family because it's not a family. It's just her and her brother, and they're circus people now. And how can he date a circus person in the society? How is he going to be seen by society? At the same time is Bailey, he was basically making his circus and saying, like, hey, this is something that I've never done and people should come see my circus. I think the story kind of got taken away by the other characters. So it was like, also, I like the message of saying, like, hey, treat people nice, everybody's different, and that's what makes everybody unique. But yeah, the main characters who took it away was Zac Efron and Zendaya. The girl, I'm like, she's amazing. I've seen most of her films, and I think she's gonna have a good career. I mean, she's been having a great career.
Well, she's with Marvel now, so I bet she's gonna have a good career now.
Yeah, and hopefully,
how were the songs though? They were that good. Huh?
No. Yeah, I mean, Hugh Jackman. Don't. I mean, if you can't sing, we already seen you can't sing, so don't try.
Oh, you don't like Hugh Jackman singing?
No.
Oh, I actually enjoy his voice. I think he has a lovely voice.
No, and the other thing is, like, my sister was defending him, like, oh, he can't sing, but he's old, and you know how hard it is for him to dance this number in this and that. I'm like, I understand that. But just because you can dance doesn't mean you're gonna take a role that involves you dancing and singing. Mm-hmm. And I know he's a great actor, but at the same time, this is kind of a musical. Calm down. Like the other songs with the other characters were kind of better. Zendaya did a good job. Zac Efron did a good job. I mean, he comes from musical background, so they had no problem. The other issue I had with the movie was that, so at the beginning of the movie, he's a kid standing outside a shop, and he's thinking about his future, or seeing a image or a dream where he's owning a circus. And then you see the characters and everybody there, and then at the end of the movie, you're like, wait, how did he predict that they were going to be his circus when he was a kid? That's my only critique. Even though people are like, you're looking too deep into this, I'm like, no, that you shouldn't have done that. Then had other people, circus people, random ones, but don't have the ones that are going to be there in the future, because it just feels really awkward. It's like a time travel movie to me, and I'm a sci-fi fanatic, so I'm like, hey, this is like him time traveling.
It was a time travel movie. It was when people actually went to the circus.
No, but then so that's my take on it. I want to give it a 6.5. I mean, some of the songs were pretty good. But the ones that Hugh Jackman was singing, like, it seems like he's just talking instead of singing. So, and then if he tries to sing, it's not the right notes sometimes. But I'm thinking people don't want to tell him to do it again because they're like, oh, it's Wolverine. He's going to cut me up. Yeah. So that's my take. I mean, that's... Then I went to go see Jumanji.
And how was that, Sal? Tell me all about that, or please.
I wish I wouldn't have gone and seen it. And first of all, like, I would have been happier if they didn't call it Jumanji. They could have called it Tomb Raider meets Uncharted.
Yeah.
Because that's how it felt.
No, I totally agree. Like, if they had just, like, taken off and got rid of all the Jumanji stuff and just made it its own movie, I feel like it would have done great.
Yes.
Or even better than how it did.
And the other thing is, like, they're talking that the board game, people don't play board games, and the board game morphs into a video game. The original Jumanji touched upon that it's the board game that's cursed. Mm-hmm. It's not a sentient being. It doesn't think, it doesn't hear, it doesn't feel. It's just a board game. So if it has a curse, it doesn't have the ability to morph into a video game. So don't sell me that. Okay?
Or is that part of the curse?
No, the thing is, like, you're selling me this while you attaching the name Jumanji. Okay? If you wouldn't have called it Jumanji, called it something else, video game, haunted video game or something, then I would have been like, I would buy it. Like, okay.
That sounds like a great movie, Sal. Haunted video game.
No, there's a movie that...
wow, they're getting straight to the point.
No, there's an old movie about a kid who plays a virtual game and then it's a real life. We'll talk about that later. But this movie, just because it has the name Jumanji, kind of brought me, like, I don't know, it just made me feel uncomfortable. At the same time, also, they try to reference Robin Williams' character into this movie. And I'm like, just let it go. If he's not in it, don't talk about it, don't do that. And if you do mention him, I didn't see the headhunter. And you're inside Jumanji. And in the first movie, Robin Williams talks about the headhunters always chasing him and trying to kill him and everything. You don't see the headhunter throughout the whole movie. You don't see any monkeys, mischievous monkeys, playing tricks on people throughout the whole movie. You don't see venomous plants, attacking people, Venus flytraps. All that was in the original Jumanji. You don't see that. I didn't even see half of the characters from, the original Jumanji, like the mosquitoes and all those. And you're inside the game. Now, when they're inside the game, it felt more like they were playing Uncharted. And here's the funny thing. The kid who gets trapped into the board game, or who's the main character, in his room he has a poster of Uncharted.
Wow.
So I'm like, that's just so obvious that they're like, that's what you should have called it. Yeah. So for me,
actually, aren't we getting an Uncharted movie soon?
We are. But I'm like, this is a 6 out of 10 for me.
I wonder if Uncharted's going to be produced by the same company. And that's why it's just like, shameless plug-in.
Could be. But the thing was that there was a Uncharted poster, and I think there was also another video game poster. I can't recall. I want to say it was Portal, but I'm not really sure. But it kind of makes sense that they're referencing that because of the whole aspect of the jungle and stuff.
Right.
And Tomb Raider, like going into temples. But yeah, 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. I think I'm going to pass on this one.
The only reason I went to go see it also was because the girl, one of the actors, she's from Doctor Who. So I'm a Doctor Who fan. So.
Oh, and Guardians, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go see it. And I regretted it. And my last movie that I went to go see was All the Money in the World.
All right. And how did that go?
I went to go see it because of the whole thing where the character one of the actors got replaced. We all heard about, I don't know if everybody heard about it, but you want to tell them who?
Kevin Spacey's an asshole.
So Kevin Spacey, he checked himself into rehab because of something. We're not going to touch upon it. So director went ahead and really fast said, we need another person to take over. I want to re-record the scenes and get Kevin Spacey out of my movie. So I don't want it to be attached to his name to be attached to the movie.
Actually, I heard like with the controversy, like Ridley Scott was didn't hear anything from him, like no note, no phone call, no nothing, and so then he was like, okay, this scandal is gonna ruin this movie, so you know what? Boom, you're out of the movie. Christopher Plummer's gonna, we're gonna reshoot all your scenes with Christopher Plummer. Boom, did it. And like, testament to Ridley Scott, man is fucking efficient.
For the turnaround, that was amazing. I mean, because I saw the trailer, the first trailer. I see Kevin Spacey. What really kind of threw me off was the nose. And it was really fake and everything. And I was like, oh, this movie. The story seems kind of interesting, the Getty story. But then Kevin Spacey, he's throwing me off. Then see the second trailer. Hey, that's not Kevin Spacey anymore. Who's that? He looks like a better Getty. And I'm like, now I'm interested. So then I start researching, and then I find out what happened. And I'm like, I'm going to go see this movie. And there's even clips where I see, like, side to side, the characters in the same scene. And I'm saying, hey, the new character's way better. He seems like more approachable, more down to earth, more believable. If I can say that. Kevin Spacey seems like he's too cold. Like he's not really portraying the character properly. And even like in the trailers, just comparing both trailers, one is definitely better than the other. So I like that. The acting was great. But I do believe that they could have done a little more backstory, the relationship between the grandfather and the grandson. That I really would appreciate it a little more.
Do you think like it would have improved if there was more more context behind their relationship?
Yes, because they kind of want to put it at the end of the movie, but then at the end of the movie, you're already made up your mind about the grandfather. So you're like, yeah, this guy is an asshole, Which I think that's what they were going for, but at the same time, it's like, don't do that, and then at the end, basically try to, say, hey, no, he's not really an asshole. He's more of a guy who's suffering through his whole life, And yeah, I mean, it basically touches upon like, money is not everything. And then when you have money or you're worth a lot, you're trying to watch your back all the time. And you can't trust family. But at the same time, he wants family in his life. So I wanted for them to touch upon the relationship between the grandson and the grandfather kind of thing.
Gotcha. And what rating would you give this movie?
I want to say that also the pacing was a little bit off. But I would give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay.
And I think I would have given less if it was Kevin Spacey in there. Not because of the controversy, but just because the trailer itself. Like, his acting didn't sell me.
Gotcha.
And also the prosthetic nose. Yeah, that kind of threw me off.
So that's it for our movie roundup, and social media is in the description, and hit us up if you have any questions.
And remember, keep watching movies.